Hi friends, my name is Kunal Saxena and welcome to my channel Fun Do Tech. Today we are going to talk about resume building for freshers. You must have noticed IT students have so much to write in their resume and their resume is easily 2 to 3 pages long. And you wonder what you can write in your resume which can cover 2 pages at least. If you don't have clear answer to my question, no basic resume writing, this video will surely have something new for you. See, experienced people have so much to write in their resume, but when we have so much dummy information, they don't know what to write there. Some students will also download someone else's resume and just edit name and personal information. You don't need to do all this. Most of the information is already there, but you are not clear what to mention in your resume. Here is a question for you. How much time interviewer typically spends on your resume? Write what you think in comment section below. I am waiting. No, let's move ahead. It typically takes 30 to 45 seconds for an interviewer to read your resume. While you are answering to that question, tell me something about yourself. Interviewer is reading your resume. When I was in college, I also went through similar experience as you are going. I also did rookie mistakes, but I don't want you to do those mistakes. I will help you with resume format and what you can write in your resume. By the end of this video, you will realize resume writing is very easy. So don't do copy paste. Just follow these simple steps which I am going to tell you. Let's talk section by section. Section 1. Name and contact information. What you should write there. This is the section which comes at the top of your resume. You should only write your name, which should be in bold font and big enough so that it can be seen or read from distance. Second thing, you don't need to write your complete address there. You can write complete address in personal information, which we will talk about later. Only mention your city and place. You can see one sample on the screen right now. You also need to mention your contact number and your email ID. Is photo really required? No. If you don't want to give photo there, no need to put photo on top of your resume. That's it. You are done with the first section. Let's talk about second section. Second section is career objective. Again, it is not a mandatory section. You can try writing about your aspirations and why you are going to join that company and what you are expecting in your career. That is about the second point. Let's talk about third point. Section 3 will talk about education. As you can see on the screen, you need to write your qualifications either in chronological order or in reverse chronological order. Means either the recent one first or the oldest one first. You can have two formats. You can write it in plain text, which is also good, as you can see, or you can create a table and mention the relevant information there. You are done with the section 3. Let's move on to section 4. In section 4, you need to mention your top skills. There are two ways to write them. Either you can categorize them, like IT people can categorize their skills into database and verbal skills and different programming languages. But if you don't want to categorize those, you can simply write in a comma separated manner, which is perfectly fine. In section 5, we will talk about project work. You need to write your projects if you have did any projects during your summer training or your classroom training or even your lab. Any project which can mention specific highlights or something you did. Mention project name, relevant information, and mention key highlights in bullet points. All those points need to be crisp clear. Don't write huge paragraphs there. You just need to mention summary in few points. You can talk about 2 to 3 projects there. They are sufficient. Only mention projects which you remember. That's about section 6. Let's go to section 7. In section 7 we will talk about extracurricular activity. Students are participating into either sports activity or event management activity or some other activity. You can mention all the activities apart from your regular academic. Mention one point about each activity, what you have done and what you have performed better. That's about section 7. Let's go to section 8. In section 8, we will talk about achievement and awards. While performing either extracurricular activity or this could be some academic, like you have won silver medal for scoring more than 80% in your academic first year, you can mention it there. Or you won any medal during badminton championship in your college, you can also mention that. Just mention one point about each achievement or award you have received and why you have received it. That is sufficient. That's about section 8. So far so good. Let's move to section 9. Section 9 is about coursework. This is a bit special section which you will not find in Google templates. This section highlights any special subjects that you are interested in, paper, presentation that you did on that subject. You can mention all subject of your interest by comma separated, or you can write bullet points about those. You can mention 3 to 4 bullet points, but only write those subjects in which you are very much comfortable, because you can expect interviewer will ask questions about you those subjects. This section also says you are doing good with academics. Section 10 talks about hobbies and interests. You can mention your hobbies, top hobbies. Avoid to mention very common hobbies. Mention specific hobbies which catches people attention and interviewer might ask question on those. Section 11 will talk about your strengths. Find out your top 3 strengths and write down. You can avoid mentioning your weaknesses. It is not a good idea to tell others about your weaknesses. Actually, they are not called weaknesses. They are called areas of improvement. So until unless someone is poking you like 4 or 5 times to tell about your weaknesses or areas of improvement, avoid doing that. In section 12, we will talk about your personal information. Your complete address, which you are not mentioning at the top, you can mention it here. Languages known: Hindi, English, Marathi, Bengali, and any foreign languages if you know, you can write it there. You can mention your date of birth